Everyone, this is second video for inverse trigonometry. तो here there is a set of formulas जो आपको लिखने हैं. तो ये है फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ फॉर्मूला. साइन इनवर्स एक्स, साइन एक्स इज एक्स. तो ये फॉर्मूले आप लिख लीजिए. ठीक है. तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट फॉर्मूला. देन कॉस इनवर्स ऑफ एक्स, कॉस एक्स इज इक्वल टू एक्स. tan inverse of tan x is x. Similarly, cosec inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse. Okay, have you written? Then this is sine of sine inverse x is x. This is another set of formulas. Then this is pause it and write down these formulas. Sine inverse, these are very important formulas. Sine inverse of 1 by x becomes cosec inverse x. Cos inverse 1 by x becomes sec inverse x. Tan inverse of 1 by x becomes cot inverse x. Here, this is what we did in previous exercise also. Whenever there is minus, sine inverse minus x becomes minus comes in front, minus of sine inverse x. Similarly, tan inverse of minus x becomes minus comes in front, tan inverse x, and this minus comes here. Cosec inverse of minus x is minus cosec inverse x. Here is the next set. Cos inverse x plus sin inverse x is pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is pi by 2. All these formulas are very easy to remember. They will be useful in numericals. I hope you remember this from previous exercise. If you have minus of x for with the cos inverse x, sec inverse x, cot inverse x, minus of x with these. So this we have to deal with these formulas. Pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus sec inverse x, or pi minus cot inverse x. Okay, pause it and write down. Next, this is the set of formulas. Pause it and write down. These are very important formulas. Most of the time we will end up using this one. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. I hope you have written. These are the formula mostly used when 2 tan inverse is there. बहुत सारे questions में you will find 2 tan inverse x. So this 2 creates problem. So that time we use these three formulas. Either sin inverse wala or cos inverse or tan inverse. Okay. Pause it. So these three are very useful whenever we have 2 in front. Now next set of formula is this. 2 sin inverse x or 2 cos inverse x, 3 sin inverse x or 3 cos inverse x. I hope you have paused and written, and these are the formulas. Some of the formulas we will be proving also. Okay. So pause it and write down this set of formulas. Okay. Now we will start some questions based on these formulas. So this is the example 3 that we will start. So write down first the question what they are asking. So they are asking to prove sine inverse 2x root of 1 minus x square, and we need to prove it this. ठीक है. तो देखिए इस क्वेश्चन में आंसर में साइन इनवर्स एक्स है. फ्रॉम देयर वी विल गेट सम क्लू. ठीक है. सो लेट मी राइट डाउन. लेट वी आर assume x is equal to sin theta. So we are just assuming. Okay. x is equal to sin theta. ठीक है. वो हम अब क्वेश्चन में डालते हैं. तो क्वेश्चन है आपका साइन इनवर्स 2x 1 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. ठीक है. तो इसमें अगर हम डालेंगे तो ये हो जाएगा साइन इनवर्स 2 साइन थीटा रूट ऑफ 1 माइनस साइन स्क्वायर थीटा, है ना, क्योंकि x क्या है आपका साइन थीटा, एंड वी नो 1 माइनस साइन स्क्वायर थीटा इज cos square theta, we know from basic knowledge. So this will become sin inverse of 2 sin theta root of cos square theta, ठीक है, एंड रूट ऑफ cos square theta क्या होगा, sin inverse of 2 sin theta, what is root of this, cos theta only, है ना, this will cancel square, and we know already what is 2 sin theta cos theta. Everybody knows this is nothing but sine 2 theta. Now from this basic formula, sine inverse of sin x is x. You remember, this is the basic formula. Let me write down here. Sine inverse of sin x becomes x, है ना, this sine inverse or sine cancels. So here sine inverse sine will cancel and answer is 2 theta. But we have to understand what is theta. So here we had assumed, see what we had assumed, x is equal to sine theta, ठीक है, we had assumed, write down, we had assumed x is equal to sine theta. So what will be, see sine theta is x, so what will be theta, sine can go here, only sine, not theta, only sine is going there, so it will become sine inverse of x. So theta is sine inverse of x, so that means 2, it will be 2, and what is theta, sine inverse of x, so hence proved. So this was the question. See here, sine inverse of 2x root 1 minus x square is this, hence proved, ठीक है. Let's do one more second part of it. So this is the second part of the question. तो इसमें हमें क्या प्रूव करना है, cos inverse x. तो assume let x is equal to cos theta, start with this. तो क्या हो जाएगा, साइन ऑफ, यहाँ पर हम डालेंगे x, है ना, 2 cos theta 1 माइनस cos स्क्वायर थीटा, ठीक है. तो ये हो जाएगा साइन 2 cos theta. What is 1 minus cos square theta? Everybody knows? You remember? It will be sin square theta. How? I hope you remember. See here. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So sin square theta will be 1 minus cos square theta. Correct? This is what I have used here. 1 minus cos square is sin square. So this will become sine of 2 cos theta sin theta, है ना, ये this square and under root will cancel. So this is sine of, what is this formula, 2 cos theta sin theta is nothing but sine 2 theta, ठीक है. So I'm sorry, this was sine inverse in the question, this was sine of inverse. So from basic knowledge we know sine inverse of sin x becomes x. This is a formula. Okay, check in your list. This is a basic formula. So here sine inverse and sine are coming together. So whenever sine inverse sine come together, only x is left over, right? So here what will be left over is 2 theta. है ना, these two will cancel, 2 theta. And what was theta? हमने कुछ assume किया था. We had assumed, what we had assumed? We had assumed that theta is equal to, we had assumed x is equal to cos theta. तो theta will be cos inverse of x. इसका उल्टा होता है अगर only cos is going other side, है ना. cos है, तो it will be 2 cos inverse of x. ठीक है. Now we will do, this is hence proved. We will do one more question. Here is question number 4. Very important question, this one. So they are saying you have, this is example number 4. Tan inverse of cos x and 1 minus sin x. You have to write in a simplest form. This is very important question. We have to simplify it. For this, let's remember golden formulas. 1 minus cos theta was 2 sin square theta by 2. And 1 plus cos theta was 2 cos square theta by 2. These were 2 golden formulas. तो 1 के साथ जब भी आपको cos थीटा या 1 के साथ आपको sin 1 के साथ cos थीटा मिलता है, वी यूज दीज फॉर्मूलाज. यहाँ पर 1 के साथ sin है, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम, तो वी नीड टू चेंज इट. तो डू यू नो sin x को कैन आई राइट cos pi by 2 minus x, है ना, बिकॉज cos pi by 2 minus थीटा इज sin थीटा, है ना, फ्रॉम बेसिक नॉलेज ऑफ 11th grade. And cos x can be written as sin pi by 2 minus x. Yes, from basic. So what we did, sin we converted into cos and cos into sin. ये बहुत powerful formula है. Pause करके you write it down. So let me use it here. Tan inverse of this will become sin pi by 2 minus x, है ना? And this I have converted into cos pi by 2 minus x. ठीक है. So notice carefully, cos converted into sin and sin into cos. ठीक है. Now you remember what is sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta. I'm sorry, we have one more version of this formula. Let me show you. Sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. ये एक वर्जन है, correct? So if this is theta, this will become theta by 2 and theta by 2, correct? Notice this half angle. So I am planning to use it here. Write down carefully. So it is tan inverse 2 sin, I will take half of this angle, correct? तो कैसे? What is half of pi by 2 minus x? Half of it is pi by 4 minus x by 2, correct? So it will become pi by 4 minus x by 2 into cos pi by 4 minus x by 2. Understood? Yes or no? Because we have to take half of this angle. Now divided by which formula we will use for golden formula is this one. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2, half of the angle. So it is 2 sin square and half of this angle, half of this angle. कुछ कैंसिल हुआ? देखिए 2 and 2 कैंसिल, है ना, एंड साइन का एक पावर कैंसिल, है ना. यस, तो आई एम गेटिंग tan inverse of cos pi by 4 minus x by 2 divided by sin pi by 4 minus x by 2, correct? What is cos by sin? Everybody knows what is cos by sin. This is tan inverse of tan. Cos by sin is cot pi by 4 minus x by 2. Correct? We are very close to answers. Yes or no? Now think, what can we do? Just think about it. If we know if it is tan inverse of tan x, then it becomes x. But here it is cot. If it is tan inverse of tan, then we have only x. Here it is cot. How to convert into tan? तो देखिए cot x can be written as pi by 2 minus x, है ना, बेसिक 11th फॉर्मूला. tan pi by 2 minus theta is cot theta, correct, है ना. तो I am using that here. Pause and write down what it will become. Tan inverse of tan pi by 2 minus क्या, minus this is working like a theta here, है ना, minus this entire thing. ठीक है, तो I am writing in bracket. So what this will become now? This will become tan inverse of, let me write it here. This is becoming tan inverse of tan pi by 2 minus pi by 4 plus x by 2. What happened is, this bracket I am opening, so this will change, है ना. So this is tan inverse of tan, what is this minus this, pi by 4, है ना, plus x by 2. Now tan inverse and tan cancel each other, है ना. So what is left is this. So this is my answer. Very important question. This is my answer. So you try this question once again, starting from here. The final answer is pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now we will do second part of it. Fifth question. Fourth example is done. Let's do fifth example. Let me write it here. So this is the fifth example, cot inverse of this. Remember, we had this formula 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta, correct, from trig formula. So can I write this sec square theta minus 1? ऐसा लिख सकते हैं. तो see this, there is a resemblance, yes or no? There is a little bit resemblance. So can I do, let just assume x is equal to sec theta. We are just assuming. So what will happen? Put it there. So it is cot inverse 1 by root of how much? Root of x became sec square theta minus 1, correct? So it will become cot inverse 1 by root. What is sec square minus 1 from here? It is tan square theta, है ना. So it will become root of tan square will become what? Tan theta, है ना. Square is gone. So it will become cot inverse 1 by tan is cot theta. Cot inverse and cot cancel each other, correct? So we got theta. And theta क्या था guys? This, because we had assumed x is equal to sec theta. ठीक है? तो theta क्या होगा? This sec will go other side. When other side it becomes sec inverse x. So theta is nothing but sec inverse x. This is my answer. ठीक है? This was easy. After this, practice this once again. We will start this exercise. This is a very easy question. Let's do this. ठीक है? So, if you observe this question, it resembles sin 3 theta is 3 sin theta. Resemble this, yes or no? There is some resemblance, correct? So looking at this, let me take x is sine theta. I am just assuming, This is assumption actually. I am starting solution from right hand side. So I am putting it here, sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube. ठीक है? So what it will become? It will become sine inverse of 3 x क्या है guys? Sin theta है ना? माइनस 4x क्या था? साइन क्यूब थीटा. तो ये हो जाएगा साइन इनवर्स. ये क्या लग रहा है देखने से? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? इट इज नथिंग बट साइन ऑफ 3 थीटा. यस. एंड वी नो दैट साइन इनवर्स ऑफ साइन एक्स बिकम्स एक्स है ना. साइन इनवर्स and sine cancel each other and we get x. So these two will cancel and what we will get is 3 theta है ना. and what was theta? यहाँ पर हमने assume किया था sin theta was x, so theta will be sin inverse x है ना. when sin goes this side it becomes inverse. So it is 3 into what is theta? Theta is sin inverse x. So this is what my answer is. ठीक है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी था. एग्जैक्टली नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेम है, इसलिए आई विल फिनिश दैट ऑल्सो. लेट मी राइट डाउन. ये है सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, फ्रॉम एक्सरसाइज 2.2. तो लेट अस सी. डू यू रिमेंबर cos 3 थीटा इज इक्वल टू 4 cos क्यूब थीटा माइनस 3 cos थीटा. ये फॉर्मूला याद है. इसमें देर इज सम रिजेम्बलेंस. यस. तो लेट मी एज्यूम x इज इक्वल टू cos थीटा. तो फ्रॉम राइट हैंड साइड क्वेश्चन क्या है आपका? 4x क्यूब 3x. तो ये हो जाएगा 4x क्या था? cos क्यूब थीटा 3 cos थीटा. करेक्ट, यही था क्वेश्चन. तो ये क्या बन गया? cos इनवर्स ऑफ cos 3 थीटा, बिकॉज ये 3 थीटा का फॉर्मूला है. एंड आपको पता है कि cos इनवर्स एंड cos विल कैंसिल, तो इट विल बिकम 3 थीटा. करेक्ट. व्हाट वाज थीटा? इधर देखिए, x वाज cos थीटा, x वाज cos थीटा. थीटा विल बी cos इनवर्स x. तो वो हम यहाँ डाल सकते हैं. तो आंसर हो जाएगा 3 टाइम्स, दिस वाज द एज्यूम्पशन, 3 टाइम्स cos इनवर्स ऑफ x. दिस इज द आंसर. ठीक है. सी यू इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो एवरीवन.